I was just, let's just say I was a proud papa. All of you guys did really good. Um, Spoke to my heart with your messages. And so it was really good. And I've had several people comment to me personally about how good that was. And so, having said that, don't be surprised if I make that announcement again later on this year and have you guys preach again. Yeah, well, be instant in season, out of season. That is a Bible verse. And so, let's turn to Lamentations chapter number 3. Lamentations chapter number 3. If you turn to the middle and you hit Jeremiah, Lamentations is right after that. Do you guys know why Lamentations is called Lamentations? Because it follows Jeremiah. Jeremiah is the weeping prophet. When God called Jeremiah, he said, you're going to preach and nobody's going to listen. Wait, is my name Jeremiah? Huh? Yeah. And then, of course, Lamentations is Lamentations of Jeremiah. But there happens to be some good things in the book of Lamentations. We're going to look at chapter number 3 and verse 21. And I was mentioning, because the guys stole my time on Sunday, now I'm going to preach on New Year's. So we're going to look at new beginnings. And what I like from the scriptures, we're going to look not just at new beginnings, but new mercies. And that's what we're going to read here in Lamentations chapter 3 and verse 21. This I recall to my mind, therefore have I hope. It is of the Lord's mercies that we are not consumed, because his compassions fail not. They are new every morning. Great is thy faithfulness. We think about New Year's, and I know we're already, 3 days into New Year's. Today's the 3rd. So it's old hat to everybody. But, when we go into a new year, we can think about new beginnings. It's a clean slate. You have 362 days left of the year. Only 2 shopping weeks left till Christmas, but you got 362 days left in the year. And so, a lot of people look at it as a clean slate. I think last Wednesday when I was preaching, we talked about Good Riddance Day. Did any of you say good riddance to any of your negative feelings? Did any of you do it on purpose? Nobody. This is why I went to Lamentations. I feel like I preach and nobody does anything. But we really ought to say good riddance to all those negative feelings. Don't carry them into the new year. And really, when we look at this verse, don't even carry them into the next day, into the new day. Because again, it says in verse number 22, it is of the Lord's mercies that we are not consumed, because his compassions fail not. They are new every morning. So we ought to not carry, those negative things, even from night to morning. That verse that says, let not the sun go down on your wrath. Let not the sun go down on your angry feelings, on your bitterness, on your grudge, on that dumb book. The new dumb book. The new dumb book. let's remember in this new year that we've got a new good start. Can we do anything new for the Lord? How about we read His Word and be obedient to it? That's new. Oh. oh. I wrote down here, every new year, we like to think new beginnings. We look at the new year as a blank canvas, and we should. Have you opened yourself up to the possibilities that God has for you this year? What can God do with you and through you this year? What can He do with you and through you this year that He didn't have the opportunity to last year? That He couldn't because of we didn't do Good Riddance Day. What are the possibilities? What are the possibilities? What would be one of those off-the-wall blessing kind of things that God could do for you or do through you if you would open yourself up to Him? Could you see a family member saved? Could you see a friend saved? Somebody who you've been praying for and about for years and years? Maybe if we opened up ourselves to the new possibilities and being used of God, maybe He could answer those prayer requests and use you to do it. There's a lot of people on our prayer list, and when I pray through it, you know what I pray? Lord, let me be the one to lead them to the Lord. Let me be the one to be able to share the gospel with them. Let me be the one. Have you shared the gospel with somebody and they accepted the Lord? Yeah, I could get addicted to that. It is so good to see somebody born again that you want to do it again and again and again and again. I'm praying to God that I could be the one. Could He do that with you? We got new possibilities if we just open ourselves up to Him. All right, you're in Lamentations. Let's go to Psalm 89. Let's just look at this word, mercies, just for a couple of minutes, and then we'll let you go. I'm not on a 10-minute. Oh, wait, I am on a 10-minute timer. Psalm 89, verses 1 and 2. I will sing of the mercies of the Lord forever. With my mouth will I make known thy faithfulness to all generations. For I have said, mercy shall be built up forever. Thy faithfulness shalt thou establish in the very heavens. I will sing of the mercies of the Lord. Isn't that a hymn? Yeah, great is thy faithfulness. But I will sing of the mercies of the Lord forever. We ought to sing about His mercy. Do any of us need His mercy? Do any of us want His mercy? Well, if you need it and you want it, do you ever get it? Every breath. Every breath. So what ought we to do according to this verse? Use that breath to sing about the mercies of the Lord. All right, you're in 89. Let's go to Psalm 100. Psalm 100. I think I'm going to read this whole psalm. All 5 of those things. Look at that first one. Here's me. By the way, not Jordan. Jordan, man, you guys sung really good. I enjoyed both of you on Sunday morning. Yeah, you're Sunday now. Sunday morning. Do your arm again. Let me see your arm. Never mind. You stick with the noise, I'll stick with the... Psalm 100, verse 1, make a joyful noise unto the Lord, all ye lands. Serve the Lord with gladness. Come before His presence with singing. Know ye that the Lord, He is God, and that it is He that hath made us, and not we ourselves. We are His people, the sheep of His pasture. Enter into His gates with thanksgiving, into His courts with praise. Be thankful unto Him, and bless His name. Boy, there's a lot of His there, isn't there? There's a lot of his there. I'm glad it's not me, and I. Verse number 5, for the Lord is good. His mercy is everlasting, and his truth endureth to all generations. Boy, there's a lot of good stuff in that little bitty psalm, isn't there? Make a joyful noise unto the crowd. Wave your hands in the air. Well, that's what I'm saying. That's not what it says there. You know, when we sing, we ought to sing to the Lord. Don't sing to me. Don't sing to the one next to you. You ought to belt it out. Doesn't it say make a joyful noise? Thank God it doesn't say make a joyful song. Tweet like a bird. I would be like the crow. Thank God it doesn't say sing like a songbird. Thank God it says just make a joyful noise. Any of you can make a joyful noise? Yeah, woo. You got to smile when you make the noise. Hee! Hee! To the Lord. To the Lord. And of course, serve the Lord. And all the way down to verse number 5, the Lord is good. His mercy is everlasting. That's what we're looking at. Now, Psalm 106. Should be that page or the next page. Verse number 1. Praise ye the Lord. Oh, give thanks unto the Lord, for he is good, for his mercy endureth forever. Thank God his mercy endureth forever. Speaking of, do you know the his mercy endureth forever chapter? Say it again. 136. Psalm 136. We're going to read this and then we'll be done. And I'm going to take the time to read it because we're getting an account here of who God is. And by the way, we ought to get into the habit of mentioning and praising God for who God is. Not what we think God is, but who he is. Not our idea of God. Some of us have a pretty skewed idea of who God is. But we ought to praise God for who he really is. Verse number 1, oh, give thanks unto the Lord, for he is good. There's the first thing. He's good. For his mercy endureth forever. Oh, give thanks unto the God of gods, for his mercy endureth forever. Oh, give thanks unto the Lord of lords, for his mercy endureth forever. To him who alone doeth great wonders, for his mercy endureth forever. To him that by wisdom made the heavens, for his mercy endureth forever. To him that stretched out the earth above the waters, for his mercy endureth forever. To him that made the great lights, for his mercy endureth forever. The sun to rule by day, for his mercy endureth forever. The moon and stars to rule by night, for his mercy endureth forever. To him that smote Egypt in their firstborn, for his mercy endureth forever. Did you notice the time jump there? We talk about his character or his titles that we find in the book of Revelation, so in the last times. God of gods, Lord of lords. Then we jump to creation. And now we jump to Moses, don't we? The book of Exodus. Verse number 11, brought out Israel from among them, for his mercy endureth forever, with a strong hand and with a stretched out arm, for his mercy endureth forever. To him which divided the Red Sea into parts, for his mercy endureth forever. You know, if you keep that list up to this point, if you keep this verse number 13 in context, you can't believe what the secularists say. It was the Reed Sea, and the wind only blew back a corner of it, and they cut the corner off of that. That's what secularists say happened. It wasn't the Red Sea. He didn't divide the Red Sea. It was the Reed Sea, and they blew back just a corner of it with the strong wind. Well, does it sound like he set the sun, he set the moon, he set the stars, he smote Egypt, which was one of the greatest nations in the time? And then, he just blew back a little corner of the Reed Sea. I don't think that jives with the context here, do you? Verse number 14, and made Israel to pass through the midst of it. Boy, there's that word. He didn't say he cut the corner off of it. How do you walk through the midst of a corner that's been blown back? But overthrew Pharaoh and his host in the Red Sea, for his mercy endureth forever. Boy, think about that one for a little bit too, in the blowing back of a corner. How did that overthrow Pharaoh and his host of chariots? Verse 16, to him which led his people through the wilderness, for his mercy endureth forever. By the way, that was 40 years. The shoes didn't waste away, their clothes didn't waste away, and they were fed every day, and they had water every day. 2 million plus people. Verse 17, to him which smote great kings, for his mercy endureth forever, and slew famous kings, for his mercy endureth forever. Sihon, king of the Amorites, for his mercy endureth forever. And Og, the king of Bashan, for his mercy endureth forever. And gave their land for an inheritance, for his mercy endureth forever. Even an heritage unto Israel his servant, for his mercy endureth forever. Who remembered us in our low estate, for his mercy endureth forever. And hath redeemed us from our enemies, for his mercy endureth forever. Who giveth food to all flesh, for his mercy endureth forever. Oh, give thanks unto the God of heaven. Why? For his mercy endureth forever. Man, don't you think that we could open up our lives and open ourselves up to the possibilities that God has for us, for his mercies endureth forever? Lord, I surrender myself. Why? Because your mercy endures forever. Lord, I want to be your child. I want to be your obedient child. Why? Because your mercy endureth forever. Lord, help me be the man of the house and the woman of the house. Why? Because your mercy endureth forever. Lord, help me be a leader in the church. Why? Because his mercy endureth forever. By the way, I got 8 new preachers. I got 8 new ones. David, you're on tap for this week. For his mercy endureth forever. David, you're not on tap this Sunday because my mercy is kind of okay. Yeah, my mercy's okay. It went from 2 blocks to 2.5 blocks. But can you see, when we look at God's mercies being new every single day, and thinking about this new year and his mercies being new every single day, doesn't that want to make you want to do something for God? Because his mercy endures forever. I think in this year we ought to purpose in our hearts to live every day like his mercies are new. Every morning. Every morning. Let's live like they're new. All right, questions, comments about the passage?